How often do you walk around the edges of what you know your true message and purpose is because you're afraid to really speak your truth? Because let's face it, if you were to speak your truth honestly, then you'd have to get real open and transparent and maybe even vulnerable. And that's really awkward and hard to do. We all experience that. And then if you are able to get into a real transparent and vulnerable space, then immediately you're going to think, oh my gosh, what are they going to think of me? Are other people going to look at me like I've got three heads and think that I'm the strange, weird one? We all experience that, including me. I'm Laura Lee Humphreys, and in this episode of Faces of Freedom TV, then we are going to unpack this fear of not wanting to speak your truth and not wanting to be transparent in front of people. And with that, I'm going to offer you 3 suggestions that I've done. So you're going to want to stick around and listen in to find out what these are to help you unpack this fear so that you can create a successful home-based business that allows you to create a succulent life that you love. So to dive in with this, to unpack this, then I want to start out with a story of my experience in this. And I'm sure, or I hope that you can relate or resonate with this. So when I first started my nutritional consulting coaching business online, then I was talking a lot about health and nutrition and diet. And after a while, then I did have some success with it. And then after a while, I got to this point where it just seemed like it was just dissolving in front of my fingertips on the ground in front of me. Nothing seemed to stick. And looking back, then there's a variety of things that I can see that I was not doing then as to why that fell apart. And one of them was that I knew I was playing it safe. I knew I was not speaking the truth of what I really have to share with people. I wasn't over the target. Because talking about health and nutrition and eating a whole foods diet, a plant-based diet, that stuff is easy for me. I've done it for a long time, and I know that conversation very well. So I can help you with that as too. But what was really over the target and what really was hitting in my heart that touched on my passion and emotions of what I really wanted to be sharing with people was a different conversation. And I was afraid to go there, partly because I was afraid of feeling that much of emotion, and I didn't want to get vulnerable and transparent in front of people. And so I experienced the results of that in that things just kind of fell apart for me and I had to step back and regroup for a while. So I know how it feels to be afraid of being transparent and really open and speaking your truth because I've done it. So I'm hoping that with the 3 ideas that I share with you in this video today, from what I've learned of how I shifted that, then that can help you in your business too. Okay, so let's unpack this fear. And what is this really about? Because when we have this experience where we're afraid of really speaking our truth, it's easy to get stuck in the fear and the freeze mode of that. And we just want to go run away and hide. Because again, we don't want to subject ourselves to what people are going to think of us. So let's just kind of step back and say, what is this really going on with this? So the fear of what other people think of us, it really has nothing to do with them. And you've probably heard that before. It's really more about a dialogue that exists only between your own ears, in your head. And if you look at it, the criticism and the judgment that we're afraid of receiving from others, that's really the criticism and judgment that you give yourself. Think about that and let that really sink in. It's about how you are judging and criticizing and not accepting parts of you. And so the part of you that feels criticized and judged doesn't want to be seen, of course, because then she would be subjected to your critical parent voice of judging and criticism. And so the gift in this is if you can accept all of the pieces of you, all of the aspects, and let them have their say, those are the pieces of you that are holding your truth that you're afraid to share with other people. And by definition, that is also the key to your success, is those pieces of you that are holding those truths. So the more you can embrace that, all of those pieces of you, and let all of your parts, your aspects of yourself speak your truth, the more easy it is for you to be open and transparent in front of people, because you're not going to get the blowback of criticism and judgment that you think you're going to by judging your own self. You follow? I know that's kind of a deep conversation, but we can always have more of that if you'd like. So just contact me if you would. So unless or until you confront these fears of confidence, of standing transparent, speaking your truth, fears of criticism, rejection from yourself and other people, that is going to keep you stuck and limited in your business, which you may have already experienced in one way or another. And your fears and lack of confidence, that energy that you project out, people are going to pick up on that, which determines the kind of the quality of people and clients that are attracted to you. And it highly influences the conversations that you have with them, especially money conversations. So you're going to block yourself in the amount of income and prosperity you're able to generate for yourself if you don't let go of these fears. Okay, so I'm going to help you walk you through that. And to help you with that, then with this video, then I have given you a downloadable resource that walks you through an exercise and some tools that you can apply to help you get through the fear of transparency, fear of what other people think, and be able to stand more in a strong stance of just speaking your truth. Okay, so another thing, let's look at the dynamics of what this fear is. What is it really? It's old energy, old thoughts, old emotions and patterns of behavior that's sitting in your body, that's lodged within your tissues. And then whenever you have an experience or a conversation with somebody that triggers those fears, then you feel it in your body. It wakes that energy up. And so in order to shift that, there's things that we can do to shift this energy out of your body so that you feel more comfortable in your skin, in your body, standing in front of people, open, transparent, and speaking your truth. It's all about how you feel with you. And I've had a lot of experience in learning how to do this for myself, believe me, so I know how to talk about this. So here are my 3 ideas that you can apply to help you shift your state, shift your energy. The first one is movement. The body needs to move. That will help unlock that stagnant energy in your tissues. So do some yoga, go exercise, do some breath work. That's amazing to help shift your energy and release this stuff. You can also just get outside in the sun, in the fresh air, in nature, and put your feet in the dirt. Directly ground yourself on the earth. That will have, the earth has a magnetic energy quality about it, and it will draw out or help draw out those old stagnant emotions and energies in your body. So you can just kind of let them flow out of you into the ground. So grounding is very important. So movement. Another thing you can do is journal. Even if it's just small journal like handwriting, get small movements with your hand, that still helps shift and move the energy. Speaking, soundboarding with another person, that helps. The dialogue of that helps you unravel your thinking so that you can really start to look at how irrational your fears really are and how they're more stuck in the past. And so you're acting from the past rather than being here present in current time, acting and behaving in current time. Okay. So another idea in terms of movement that you can do. In previous videos that I've talked about creating your 3 power words, the words of how you want to be known by other people, who you want to be, what you want to stand for. So creating your 3 power words of how you want to be, your ideal self. So with your power words, saying them, reminding yourself of them, and then create a power stance of how you want to hold your body, especially right before you go in to have an important conversation or a phone call with somebody. Then move your body, shift your state into that power stance and remind yourself of your power words of who you are, what you're about, what you want to be, how you want to be received by the other person. Okay? So that's a lot with just that. So that's the first idea, is movement. Move your body, shift your energy. The second idea or key for this that I'm going to offer you is something that is a huge conversation, and I talk about it a lot. And that is drawing upon the gifts of plants. So in the plant world, they are one of the greatest chemical manufacturers that there is. They make all kinds of chemicals to support them in their environment and to sustain their life. So when we take in the chemistry, the chemical compounds and profiling of a healthy, whole food plant that has life force in it, then that chemistry of the plant talks to the chemistry of our body and helps our body shift that state. Okay, so what are the gifts of plants? Whole foods, eating a plant-based diet. Not only will whole foods and eating plants support the health of your body, you can also use them intentionally, conscientiously to help you shift your mental and emotional state. Okay? To help move through the stuck patterns of fear, of wanting to hide, of confidence, of whatever your thing is that's keeping you stuck from moving forward to create the lifestyle and business that you want. Gifts of plants are huge tools for this. So, eating a plant-based diet of real actual food, not fake pretend foods that are manufactured in a laboratory somewhere, that you pull out of a box and put into a microwave. It's already killed and dead. Give yourself live food with life force. Another tool of the gifts of plants is herbal extracts and tinctures, superfoods, and essential oils. They're very highly concentrated components or essences of the plant that contain the chemical profile and makeup that helps shift the state in your body that you need to have shifted. Okay. So another thing too I want to mention with when you are in a state of feeling afraid of speaking your truth, feeling afraid of being transparent and open and vulnerable in front of people, your nervous system is in the state of fight, flight, freeze. That is the sympathetic, stress-inducing state that makes everybody go crazy, creates a lot of stress, creates a lot of disease, and you can't think straight. You want to get out of that nervous system state. The gifts of plants are huge to support you in being able to do this. So shifting from the fight, flight, freeze, stress, crazy making state into the parasympathetic state of your nervous system, which is all about rest, relax, learn, grow, thrive, digest, expand, being comfortable in your own skin. So when we can shift into that state of our nervous system, it's far more easy for you to stand in front of people, calm and relaxed, speaking your truth, not caring about what they think, because you know it doesn't matter anyway. And it's okay for you to be open and transparent, especially if you're doing a heart-centered business that requires you to be more transparent. Then you want to be calm about it. And the gifts of plants are huge, huge, huge tools to assist you in doing this. Okay? So that's the second idea or suggestion I have for you. And again, it's a huge conversation. Please contact me. I can support you in learning more about how to apply the gifts of plants in your own journey, in your own health and well-being, and as well as helping you share that with your clients so that they can get benefits too. So not only can you use the gifts of plants for you, you can use the gifts of plants for your clients. And I'll teach you all of that. Okay, so the third idea and tip that I want to leave you with today is the use of affirmations and mindset skills and techniques. So looking at your mind. So when your mind spins out into crazy land, that's what will set you up for the feelings of the fear, the nervousness, and then the nervous system will flip over into fight, flight, freeze mode because your thinking is spun out. So the more you can address your mindset and rewire that, reprogram yourself into a success mindset using success mindset principles, which I also share with you and teach in these videos, then you can use that with meditation, with visualizations to really rework your thinking so that you don't get all twisted and upset and in uncomfortable mode when it comes time to speak your truth. All right? So with that, then it's important to develop habits of always being in self-development mode, always learning, growing, studying, learning. Find some teachers, philosophers, other coaches, leaders who teach mindset success principles and how to think about things so that you can rewire your brain and your thinking so that you don't spin out into crazy land and then you spin into the fear of and lack of confidence about being transparent and open and speaking your truth. Okay. So there's some mindset success principles that I learned years ago when I was in college that made a massively huge difference in my life. It really helped put me back together again, I call it, during a period of time when I was just not functional very well. Nothing in my life was working. And so some friends introduced me to a philosophy and meditation group who studied mindset success principles. And I've applied them in my life, in my business, and everything that I do in conjunction with the gifts of plants. So my invitation to you is contact me if you'd like to know more about how I work with people, how you can become a member of my Faces of Freedom tribe. Then you can work with me much more closely to learn about how you can apply both the mindset success principles to your life and to your coaching business, as well as apply the gifts of plants to yourself and your coaching business. And then with that, those tools, and you can teach your clients the success mindset principles and show your clients how to use the gifts of plants to help them, and everyone wins. All right. So those are my 3 suggestions for you today: movement, using the gifts of plants, and mindset success principles. Say that 3 times fast. Using the meditation and affirmation techniques. So, did you find value in this video? I'd love to hear what you thought about it. What did you like best? So for you, what have you done to help you overcome your fear of really being transparent and speaking your truth? You know, as I mentioned, I've got the things that I've offered with you here in this video, and I also have the download. So remember to check that out, grab it. That shares with you some more things of how I have shifted the fear and confidence things. So grab that and share with me what you learned and what you liked about this video. Leave a comment below, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with others. Every week I'm adding a new video that has lifestyle tips and resources for you to support you in creating a succulent life that you love through a successful home-based business. And again, as I mentioned, if you'd like to learn more about what I do and how to become a member of the Faces of Freedom tribe, then check out my blog and contact me. My blog or my website is lauraleehumphreys.com. You can also find me on Facebook, social media, and follow me at my Facebook fan page, which is Faces of Freedom, and under my name, Laura Lee Humphreys. All right, so there you can find me. I'm happy to respond to you. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and as always, enjoy your week.